you find yourself in a cluttered room that seems to be a laboratory.
Hello guys, welcome back to Dragon's Crown Co-op
Judging by the
Gameplay Part 2.
stratification of dust, much time has passed since anyone last entered this room. Letters amidst the shambles.
So at the end of the last part, we rescued our fairy, and then we follow the fairy, go to the old tower with her, and then she's telling us she wants to look for the magician Lucane.
That she wants you to find him. You accept. You head to Wallace's underground labyrinth to look for the magician Lucane.
So let's head to Wallace Underground Labyrinth.
This underground labyrinth is said to have been made in a single night with powerful magic. It is a dangerous place, replete with traps.
So this time we came in the labyrinth with a wizard and a fighter. So one of the AI-controlled ally pick up any weapons, and then you want to take it, just to use your right stick, click on that AI player, and then he or she will just drop the weapon. You can pick it up again. It looks like we just missed the treasure room. There was a door to the left of the screen.
A mouse darts out and leaps onto your palm. The rodent claims to be the apprentice of Wallace the magician. He says he was tasked with caring for the laboratory while Wallace was gone. But it is beset by malevolent magic users. When you ask about Lucane, the apprentice answers that his master's friend...
So now we found the apprentice of the magician, and we still have to keep looking.
As you attempt to liberate the lab for Ricky the magician's apprentice. The door to the laboratory is through this hall.
I got it. Voila!
And we just pick up a pile of bones, and then we can later resurrect it or bury it in the temple. Just a side note, you can keep a total number of 32 skeletons in total for the team. And then if you exceed that number, you cannot pick up any bones in the gameplay anymore. So you have to either resurrect them or bury them in the temple. So this part is very easy, and just don't forget to click on those shiny spots on the shelves, and then you can pick up those valuable spoils.
I got it.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Voila!
So let's go to the treasure room in the middle first. Oh, there's no treasure chest here? And another thing about these treasure rooms is if one of the players came out of those rooms, and then everybody in the team will all come out. And then you can only enter those rooms one time, you cannot re-enter them. So just to make sure you take all the spoils before you head out. So now we enter the room with a huge mushroom, and this huge mushroom can emit those poisonous gas, and then you better to stay away from it. Let the wizard to use the range attack to finish the mushroom first. Oh, so finally the Viper finished this huge mushroom. So after defeating this huge mushroom, a door showed up in the middle. So I believe this is another treasure room.
What? Filthy Luca.
So these hornets will keep coming if you do not destroy the nest first. So the hornet nest is to the right of this screen. So I recommend you just whenever you reach this part, go to the right part first and destroy the nest first. So there we go. This is the nest. If we destroy this nest first, you will not need to fight so many hornet bees.
It's my turn.
So nice and easy. And then we take their treasure chest and some fruits. Let's move on.
Bothersome.
Filthy Luca. Oh, I could do that.
So now it's time for the boss battle, Doom Beetle. Oh, come on. There is a 1,000 place I can stand. And just to choose a place right under the Doom Beetle. So it's very important to watch out for those cocoons. You have to destroy those cocoons before they hatch into another Doom Beetle. And then if you have a multiple these beetles, it will be very hard to defeat. Oh, that was very close. And that cocoon is destroyed right before it hatch into beetle. So keep fighting the cocoons, and then let your allies to focus on the beetle. And then after you destroy all the cocoons, you can join the battle with the beetle. Oh, finally, we kill the Doom Beetle, and then I believe we are finished with this level.
It seemed to belong to Lucane in the depths of the labyrinth. The tattered raiments and jewelry leave no doubt that the corpse is indeed Lucane's. You bring back the bones of the magician Lucane. You found Lucane, but he was dead. You imagine the fairy will be overcome with grief, but you need to return to her. When you enter the laboratory, the fairy frantically flits around you, as if it senses your uneasiness. Upon seeing Lucane's bones, the fairy enters into a panic. She begins tugging at your arm to get you to leave the tower. The fairy is apparently attempting to lead you somewhere. You collect
And
Lucane's
of course,
bones.
it's gonna be the temple, and then we can resurrect the magician
As
Lucane.
you enter, a kindly voice echoes from the back. You seem to be in need of help, a monk says, and approaches you. You nervously hand the monk the bow. Allow this heart to beat again. Quench their thirst. Lead the wandering soul back. Reverse death and awaken them. The prayer reaches the goddess, and the pile of bones is once again given flesh. Lucane, shocked to find himself alive, thanks you profusely. He tells you to visit him at his laboratory and leaves. The resurrected magician has returned to the old tower in town. You decide to see him to ask more details.
So now the old tower's name is changed to Lucane's Tower.
The magician Lucane is waiting for you in the laboratory of the... It seems that dying had an adverse effect on his short-term memory. Lucane can't remember why he went to meet Wallace. Lucane is researching magic called runes, which are closely tied to spirits and fairies. Lucane introduces his fairy friend to you. Her name is Tiki. She left the fairy forest due to her strong curiosity. He thanks you again for saving him and allowing him to enjoy life's rich pageant. He displays his magic trinkets. Lucane says he'd be happy to sell you these items at a fraction of the normal price and answer any questions you have. What would? The magician Wallace was an old friend of Lucane's. He was known as a great magician. He sealed that group, or myopia of Cyclopes, in a labyrinth and saved the land. He also mentored young magicians in his tower. He was also the king's trusted advisor. And Lucane trails off, it seems. Before you realize it, Tiki is following you around. She seems to have taken a liking to you. She will accompany you on your adventures henceforth. Fairies are known to be adept at finding hidden things.
And now the fairy Tiki joined our team.
A letter from the castle has come to you via the guild. It simply says to report to the castle in all haste.
You're back.
You assume that the letter
Okay,
was
so
sent by
let's
the
head
Prime
back to the
Minister.
castle.
Perhaps he has another request for you. Count Dean is waiting for you at the throne room. It is he who sent the letter.
Oh, it's the mysterious Count Dean who sent the letter. So what does he want this time?
The guards have drawn their swords and are blocking the exit. Count Dean starts talking to you in a soft voice. He says that he has personally requested your assistance in performing a task for him. He wants you to scout Bilberon Fortress on the border. This underground fortress is a well-known structure. Originally built to defend against the Orc army, it now lies in Orc hands. Scout them and learn their invasion routes. It is a very dangerous mission, but refusal means that you will be at the mercy of Dean's guards. You accept. Per Count Dean's request, you agreed to infiltrate and surveil the subterranean fortress at the country's border.
So this time we resurrected a few new members to join the team. So we bring a wizard and a sorceress this time.
Fierce offensive to try and reclaim the fortress.
Be careful!
Whoa, whoa, what just happened? It looks like the wizard just cast a very heavy spell on everybody.
You step into the enemy kitchen. A corpulent chef grabs a goblin instead of meat and suddenly stops. The cook, sensing your presence, stares directly at you. Luckily, her sight's not so keen, so she doesn't notice you. Eventually, the chef returns to her meat cutting. You use the goblin's screams to mask your escape.
The wizard and the sorceress looks very powerful here.
Bothersome.
So finishing off these enemies without any problem. And let's move on. Okay, more orcs and goblins. And then as you can see, the wizard, or I don't know whether it is the wizard or the sorceress, just summoned a demon, like a tree, and join our team. I thought that one is the enemy at the beginning, so but I just realized he is fighting on our side.
It's my turn.
Oh, there's a small dragon here. And then let's release this dragon, and then one of our players can ride on it.
Filthy lucre.
So you need to be more careful during the fight at this section. Try to avoid breaking those barrels because there are oils in it, and then that will cause fire, and then usually you will bring fires to yourself. And our wizard just died from fire. And the fire is started by the sorceress.
I got it.
Done.
There are 3 sleeping orcs in it, but if you do not break their beds, they will not wake up. And there's no treasure chest in this room, so let's go to another one to see.
What?
Okay, similar things in this room. 3 sleeping orcs, but with a treasure chest.
It's my turn.
Simple.
So finish them off and then take the treasure and go. Again, try to avoid breaking those barrels. It's very dangerous here. You will most likely bring the fire to yourself. And our wizard just died again. So if you are dying and then you see you still have fire burning on your body, just rush to the next scene and then your fire will be put out automatically. We are fighting in the dark here. You need to either use a torch or having those wizard or sorcerers to cast those fire spells to have the light.
Luca, that really hurts.
Everybody's on fire, so let's rush to the next scene and then the fire will be out.
At the bottom of the stairs is an area connected to the sewers. This seems your most likely escape route.
Alright, we finally reached the boss fight section, and then this level's boss is a Minotaur, and this Minotaur is very powerful, so try to dodge his attack as much as possible. And I think the best practice to fight this Minotaur is to attack in range and then don't get too close. So we are halfway through here, and then the Minotaur is starting to become very angry, and then starting to have those white fire-looking thingy glowing on his body. And then his attack become more and more aggressive. So our sorceress just died, and then if you want to bring her back, just click on the icon, pay 150 coins, and then we can resurrect her. Okay, just hang on, it's almost there, and then just one hit away. And finally, we defeat a Minotaur, and then this level is cleared. So thank you for watching this part 2. Please stay tuned for the further gameplays.
You gathered
Bye-bye.
intel and slipped back across enemy lines. Among the treasures you